Welcome to Eye on Australia, an insight into how Australians are feeling about life and the future, brought to you by Gray and Sweeney Research. Last year, we observed a silent fear amongst Australians, and this year we noticed that the fear is lingering. It's the waiting game. Let's start with Australia's satisfaction with life. How satisfied are we exactly? Well, after 17 years of trending up, we appear to have plateaued. With Australia experiencing varying levels of satisfaction, we wonder if the financial roadblocks of 2011 are a factor. Is the mining tax the reason for Western Australia's 10% decline in satisfaction? Did the floods of early 2011 influence Queensland's position as one of the least satisfied states? Generation Y smiles all round, with 48% more content with life compared to last year, versus just 35% of Australians overall. Not surprisingly, money is the increasing source of our problems. This year, 4 in 10 of us are concerned about the economy. South Australians and older Australians are the biggest worry warts of all. Talking about the economy, the dreaded GFC word is back. In the last 12 months, anxiety over these 3 little letters has jumped from 26% to 39%. It seems that concern over the cost of basic life essentials is keeping us awake. We're worried about the increasing costs of utilities, the price of groceries, personal finances, and having enough money for retirement. And then there's the 45% who are tossing and turning over the lack of strong government leadership. More on that later. Our fear of financial hardships shapes our vision for Tomorrowland. Australians believe that the top 3 problems for the future will be the growing cost of living, the economy, and unemployment. We have been increasingly worried about the cost of living since 2008. So, how are we reacting to our money woes? 70% of Australians will actively try to reduce debt, while 63% will expect to spend more money than last year, an increase of 15%. Higher income earners and older Australians are most likely to be reducing their debt. Our feelings on finances might explain why we treat ourselves in such simple ways. Having a meal out, indulging in a favourite food, having a drink at home, going to the cinema, and buying new clothes are the top 5 ways that we give ourselves a pat on the back. Having less money to go around means we become thriftier around the home. For example, we're trying to buy more on sale. We agree that reducing our environmental impact can help save money, and that with new free-to-air channels, we no longer need pay TV. We're spending more on house brands. And these days, not many Aussies would pay for an online newspaper subscription. Now, about retail. The big 2 supermarkets might want us to believe that they're helping us save money, but shoppers aren't buying it. 75% agree that Coles and Woolies have too much dominance, while only 28% agree that we can trust the big supermarkets to do the right thing. It's not just our supermarkets we're unimpressed with. 62% of Australians don't even have a favourite store, and 40% agree that stores need to be more entertaining to get people away from the internet. Let's move on to look at divisions in opinion and social topics. It seems that there is a great divide between young and old. Australians are largely proud of our multicultural heritage, but 66% agree with the statement, "We need to stop the boat people." Gen Y and baby boomers are split on this subject. Added to this, 50% of Australians agree with the statement, "We need to cut down on immigration now." But this is once again led by the baby boomers. There is one thing we all agree on: our lack of leadership. 46% of us agree that as a nation, we don't know what values we stand for, and 45% are worried about the lack of strong leadership in government. So in summary, this year we observe an Australia that is waiting for the economy to crumble, the cost of living to increase, a retailer to inspire us, and a leader to create a positive vision and path to our future. How will it all play out? Only time will tell.